Welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we are doing my top 50 songs of all time. I've done my top 50 albums, I've done my top 50 bands, but now it's time to do the songs. 50 songs, and of course, just like the other two videos, they're going to be from different bands. No repeating bands here, all 50 songs from 50 different bands. Now before I get started with my list, because it'll probably be a long one, maybe a medium-sized video, but before I get started with my list, let me know down below 50, maybe 20, if you don't want to do 50, maybe just 10 of your favourite songs of all goddamn time. Now you can do duplicates, whatever tickles your fancy. I'm just deciding not to, so yeah, let me know down below, and let's just get stuck in with number 50. So number 50 is Dante's Inferno from Iced Earth. This is a long song, this is an epic song. I know John Schaefer's been, in a bit of hot water recently with the riots and all that shit, but, still plays good, and this song is still fantastic. Matt Barlow on vocals. It's very evil, it's very epic, it's a long song, it's just an enjoyable journey from start to finish, and that's why it's number 50. Number 49 is by Alcest, and it is Ecale de Lune Part 1. I have to really struggle between Part 1 and Part 2 because they're both part of the same story, and it's kind of like a yin and yang. I kind of put them both here, but if I had to choose, I do prefer the Part 1 to Part 2. It's a bit more upbeat, it's a bit more heavy, and I love it. I love it. It was really hard to narrow down a Alcest song because there's so many good ones, really good ones, even ones from Shelter that I really wanted to put here. I went with my favourite album and one of my favourite songs, so Ecale de Lune Part 1. It's shoegazy, it's beautiful, it's black gaze, the kind of screaming vocals, but it's like beautiful screaming. So if any of that sounds good, go listen to Ecale de Lune Part 1, it's awesome. Number 48 is Devonian Nascent by the Ocean Collective from Phanerozoic 1. I'm not going to do the whole title. This was my album of the year back in 2018, and this song is still fantastic. It's got Jonas Rensky on vocals alongside the Ocean Boys, and I love Jonas. He's one of the best vocalists ever, if not my favourite, and he works so well with the band, and I hope he's on every album in the future. I hope he's on every album to come, at least on one song, because he's on the second part as well, and again, that's my favourite song. My favourite song of the year last year. Yeah, Devonian Nascent, it's the longest song, it's an epic song, and it's got beautiful singing, so hell yeah. Number 47, Anubis. It's Anubis by Septic Flesh. This is just a great sing-along song. It's chanty, it's very epic, it's very bombastic, and it's just, you can't help but sing the chorus. When they're singing Anubis, you can't help just singing that chorus. Anubis. It's so good. So good, I love Egypt mythology, and another band might appear later as well. Great song by a great band, go check out Anubis. 46, Prophets of Loss by Cattle Decapitation. This has some mental singing in, mental screaming, and just, his vocal range is ridiculous, his vocal range is ridiculous, and it's on full showcase on this song. It's the first Cattle Decap song I ever heard, still my favourite album by them. Spoiler alert for a future ranking. But yeah, it's mental from start to finish. It even gets more mental near the end. It's a great fucking song. 45's a random one. It's Nancy the Tavern Wench by Ailstorm. This is just a fun song. Every time I see them live, they generally always play this, and it's always so sing-alongable, so fun. A horn of mead in your hand, and it's like, come take a drink and drown your sorrows, and all of our fears will be gone till tomorrow. We'll have no regrets and live for the day in Nancy's Harbour Cafe. That's why it's coming here, because I can fucking sing along to it. It's amazing live, and it's just a great fucking party song. You want Nancy on your side. Nancy the fucking Tavern Wench. Number 44, Recharging the Void by Vector. This prog thrash with black metal vocals, it's insane. I love Vector, one of my favourite thrash bands of all time, if not my favourite. And Recharging the Void, also Charging the Void, long songs, epic songs, you can kind of get what I like with songs. But it's just the dynamic between, the harsh vocals, the thrashy nature of it, and just how amazingly spacey thrash it sounds. It's like Voivod turned up to 11. Amazing song, and I want to play it right now. Number 43 is Bleed by Meshuggah. It's just got that hypnotic rhythm. And it's just like, woo. Meshuggah has a lot of songs like that, but I think Bleed does it well. It's also the first one I heard by them. I think it was it on Saints Row? I don't know, but I heard it somewhere else, and I was like, that's mental. Gotta listen to this band. And yeah, they blew me away, but this song is still my favourite. It's still heavy as fuck, and it still makes me want to just fucking smash my head into a wall. So yeah, Bleed makes you want to bleed. Speaking of trancey songs, Transylvanian Hunger is next from Darkthrone. This is easily my favourite album and easily my favourite song by Darkthrone. I just love the way he says it as well. Transylvanian Hunger! It's too good. Yeah, it's too good. The vocals are on point. The atmosphere is thick and rich. This is the black metal you know and love, and yeah, it doesn't get much better than this. It does not get much better than this. 41, Pleasure to Kill. Pleasure to Kill by Creator. What can I say about this song? You probably already know this song. You already love this song. It's intense. It's almost death thrashy. It's just pure aggression from start to finish. And that's what Creator's good at. And that's what this song delivers. Intensity up your ass. This song's fucking awesome. Number 40 is Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath. Ooh boy. Dio singing. You want Dio? He's a goddamn ledge. He's a goddamn ledge. And this song is probably my favourite he's ever done. Even with Rainbow, even on the solo projects. Yeah, Holy Diver's good, but Heaven and Hell, come on. Even better. Love this album. Love this song. It's gotta be on my list somewhere. You know? It's gotta be on my list somewhere. On and on and on. It's Heaven and Hell. Come on. It's a fucking masterpiece. 39 was a really hard one to narrow down, but I went with Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? I just love the chorus. You know, peace sells, but who's buying? Peace sells. Can you put a price on peace? It's so good. So good. Like, the vocals just work so well. I could have easily put, like, Holy Wars or Tornado of Souls. I almost put Tornado of Souls. Really love that song. But this one just, you know, it's just that chorus. It's catchy as hell. Got to have a Megadeth song on here somewhere. And Peace Sells, but Who's Buying is probably my favourite. Number 38 is Where Dead Angels Lie by Dissection. This melodic black metal band. Oh, Storm of the Lightsbane. Masterpiece. Masterpiece. And it's not their only one. But this song was the first one I heard. You know, again, kind of a theme. Usually the first one I hear kind of gets me into the band. And it kind of, you know, grows. And I kind of grow to love it. And it's the same with this song. Heard it on YouTube ages ago. When I was just flicking through, like, black metal songs. And it came on. Still stuck with me. And I still love it. Melody and black metal. It's a good combination. And they do it well. So, yeah. Where Dead Angels Lie. Beautiful song. Number 37. Terror Castle by Hooded Menace. This is just horrorcore at its finest. How sludgy and how, like, just evil this song is. It feels like you're in a haunted castle, in a haunted mansion, and the zombies coming to get you. That's what this song delivers, and that's what it sets out to deliver, and it delivers it. So fucking good job. Good job, Hooded Menace. You fucking did zombies right. And it's just the way he says, Terror Castle. And he sings it like that, and it's like, holy fuck, chills, chills. And yeah, a zombie hand's gonna reach up from the ground and just throttle me. Awesome. Number 36, we're going with Windear, Journey to the End. Windear, underrated black metal band. It's very folky, very melodic, very atmospheric, but then also very dancey, and that's what I love about a lot of the songs. And Journey to the End just has that end section where it's just full on, just like upbeat kind of dun 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 dun, and it makes you just want to groove, and there's a big smile on your face when you listen to it. So black metal doesn't have to be evil and edgy all the time. It can be fun, like Windear does it. It is not cheesy. You know, it's not cheesy. It's fun in like in a good way. It's fun in a good way. Journey to the End. I think everyone should check it out. Just for that fucking second half of the song. It's so good. So go check it out. I put it in one of my other videos for the best closing songs of all time. I stand by that. Beautiful song. It's got to make it here. Number 35, we have Epica with Chasing the Dragon. Yeah, I still love symphonic metal alongside all the other brutal shit. I don't care. Epic is amazing. One of my favourite bands. One of my bands that kind of got me into heavy shit. And Chasing the Dragon was always my favourite. I loved how it was a builder of a song, very quiet in the beginning, and it kind of got heavier and heavier and more progressive as it went on. And it's a longer song again. It's just the singing by Simone, flawless. Epic is still one of my favourite bands, and I still love Chasing the Dragon, so it's got to make it here. Number 34, Rhapsody of Fire, Emerald Sword. You know this one with that melody where it's like what the fuck was that? It's fun power metal, fun symphonic power metal. You just want to like grab the Emerald Sword, go fight some dragons, maybe play some Skyrim. This is the song for that. Some people might call it cheesy, you know. Some people might call this one cheesy. I love it for that. You know, I love dragons and goblins and snarfs and snorks and whatever. This delivers it, but it's also fucking great, and the shredding in it, and the guitars are amazing, and the singing is so operatic. Great goddamn song. Number 33, we're going with Enslaved, and the song was so goddamn hard to narrow down. They have amazing songs. Even from Utgard, there's amazing songs. But I'm going to go with As Fire Swept Clean the Earth from Below the Lights, and this is one of my favourite albums. It's when they kind of transitioned from, you know, the black metal sound to like proper black and prog, and I think this song just encapsulates it perfectly. This song encapsulates it perfectly. It's a perfect mix of both worlds, and I think everyone who's a fan of prog and everyone who's a fan of black, should definitely check it out because, you know, it merges them both together perfectly. And Below the Lights is just an amazing album that everyone should check out. Number 32 is Freezing Moon. Freezing Moon by Mayhem. Come on, you've got to have some Mayhem on here. And this is the most iconic. This is this is the one you think of when you hear Mayhem. Freezing Moon is the first one that comes to your head. Probably. I mean, it is for me. I just love the atmosphere, love the cold, dark atmosphere of this song, and it's black metal. What can you expect? It's evil, it's cold, it's menacing, the vocals are awesome, the history is even better. It's a great song, and I'll always play it, and it's always going to be in my playlist. 31 is by Agalok, Black Lake Nidstang. Or Nidstang, I don't know how you actually say it. This one, from Marrow of the Spirits, is underrated as fuck. Everyone talks about the mantle and stuff, but no one really talks about Marrow of the Spirit and songs from that. I think this song is just beautiful. Again, it's a long one. It's an epic one. Would expect. You know, it's me. It's long and epic. Don't want no fucking grindcore songs on here. Fuck any song below like 3 minutes. This one's awesome. It's got different changes in it. It's got atmospheric parts, got heavy parts, and then melodic parts. Everything a growing boy needs. Number 30, The Sentinel by Judas Priest. Come on. Top 50 songs of all time with no Judas Priest? Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The question was what song, but for me, it's always The Sentinel. It's from my favourite album, and it's easily my favourite song by Judas Priest. Painkiller is very close, but they have a lot, right? This is hard. They have a goddamn lot. But The Sentinel's just so epic, the guitar is just so good in it, and, you know, anyone who's a fan of Judas Priest will know it's a good fucking song. Number 29, Merciful Fate. Come to the Sabbath. Come to the Sabbath from Don't Break the Oath. Holy shit. You know, King's vocals on this, majestic, how operatic it is, how evil it is without being, you know, super heavy. This is very occult, very spooky, very Scooby-Doo, but I love it. You know, I love it. This is one of the best songs ever fucking made. So it's gotta be my top 50 of all time. Because it's one of the best songs ever goddamn made. Number 28, These Woods Breathe Evil. And the way they sing it, this is by Swallow the Sun, Death Doom Masters, one of my favourite bands of all time. And when they say that phrase, these words, and it's like, breathe evil, and it's so like, so menacing, so heavy. Like Death Doom and Doom in general are probably the heaviest genres, because of just how low everything is, and how elongated like riffs are, and just screams are. Yeah, fucking heavy fucking song. Evil goddamn song. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I want to listen to it now. Number 27, shifting it to melodic death with Moonsheild from Jester Race. This song is just majestic. The acoustic part, you know, the melodies in it, the way he sings Moonsheild. It's so good. He doesn't sing it like that. That's not even close to what he sounds like. Moonsheild. No, it's very subdued. It's very melodic. It's In Flames back when they were at the top of the game. This song is a beautiful song. Still love it. Still love the album. Still probably one of my favourite albums of all time. Melodies up the ass. Amazing song. Number 26 from Catatonia, Dispossesion. This, again, death doomy kind of song, or more gothic doomy song. I'm not too sure what the class does anymore, but this is easily my favourite Catatonia song now. It was a Murder, but yeah, on re-listening, it's Dispossesion. When he sings Dispossesion, it has become my obsession. Love the lyrics, love his delivery. Jonas, again, talked about him before. Of course, he's going to make it higher with his own band. Love his singing, it's beautiful as hell. I could have put any Catatonia song here because they're all fantastic, but Dispossesion just hits me harder. It's more depressing, it's more gloomy, makes you want to just like, oh. But in a good way, you know, in a good way. I love it. Number 25 now, from Death, and we're going with Spiritual Healing. Yeah, you know, my favourite Scream Bloody Gore, I think Leprosy is the masterpiece, but Spiritual Healing is my favourite song. It's proggy, it's just technical, it's interesting, but it still holds the Death kind of sound, and it's more like old school Death than like the technical proggy Death, like with Human and Spirit, like the other ones. This one is just perfect blend. It's the perfect midpoint between the old Death and the newer Death, and that's why I love this song so much. Number 24 now, Dead Skin Mass by Slayer. Always been my favourite song from my favourite album. Just how creepy it is, the kind of serial killer themes and the girl screaming, and it's just like, dance with the dead in my dreams. It's too good. You can't help but sing along to it. Love that I've seen it live a couple of times, and always delivers. Always delivers that creepy factor, and if you don't like it, there's something fucking wrong with you. Something fucking wrong with you. But number 23, from Cradle of Filth, Queen of Winter Throned. Again, long song. One of the first Cradle of Filth songs I heard, and it just hits you straight away in the face with a big ass fish. It has that cool melody, spoken section, eerie sounds in the forest, and it's like, what sweet music, they and Danny just belts that scream out. Ah! You're just like, what the fuck is this? What have I got myself in for? Mental from start to finish, the best he's ever sounded. The best he's ever sounded, yeah. Queen of Winter Throned is perfection. Number 22 is I Am the Black Wizards by Emperor. This kind of melodic black metal again, or symphonic black metal, which is actually done right and not cheesy like some of them. This one is, you know, Emperor, you know, perfection Asan, great vocalist. The mood, the melody, the kind of the production of it, which works perfectly. Some people hate it, but I think it's fantastic. I think it works with the music. And again, I'll say the melody. The melody in I'm the Black Wizards, off the charts, one of the best black metal songs of all time. So yeah, it's gonna make it here. Number 21, Blood and Thunder by Mastodon. My favourite Mastodon song, and you know why. You know why. The whole Ahab kind of feel, and the riff was like dun 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 dun. So good. And all the shouting about harpoons thrust in the sky, looking at the white whale, ready to kill. Yeah, this is great. This is one of the best songs, most intense songs, most moshable songs ever made, just because of those lyrics. So goddamn fun. And yeah, Blood and Thunder. It's amazing, it's going on the list. Speaking about whales, 20 is Flying Whales by Gojira. Really hard deciding between this and Heaviest Metal of the Universe, or Backbone, because I love all three equally, but Flying Whales just has that kind of slow build up to it with the whale sounds and the atmosphere, and then it hits you with that riff, and it's just monstrous, and it's flying whales. Come on, can you see the whales looming in the sky? It's fantastic. saw them headline, and they threw fucking whales out during this song. The steam came up. Too good. Flying whales. It's amazing. It's amazing. And that intro part with like the whale noises, I don't know what that was. It's fun. It's a great song. It's a builder of a song, and it's heavy as shit. Number 19 is from Nile, and it's Lashed to the Slave Stick. Lashed to the Slave Stick. One of the best, most underrated death metal songs of all time. It's the riffs in it. It's like diddling, 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 lashed to the slave stick. It's so good. How intense it is, how furious it is, how technical it is. This is a great death metal song. You know, I'm on a Nile binge at the moment. This is easily the best Nile song ever fucking made. No questions asked. I know it's not like a long one, which is weird. I could have picked like any of the long ones. Those Who the Gods Detest, amazing. Annihilation of the Wicked, amazing. In the Darkened Shrines, amazing. But I just love this one the best. I don't know why. It's just heavy as hell, technical as hell, and it's amazing. Speaking of heavy as hell and intense, number 18 is Anal Nathrak with In the Constellation of the Black. Where? When he like screams widow. It's great. You know, it's great. That end scream is fantastic. The beginning scream, amazing. The chorus, amazing. Got to have some Anal Nathrak here. And In the Constellation of the Black Widow is easily my favourite. Easily. I know I did a top Anal Nathrak songs with Jamie, and I put a different one top, but he stole my pick. In the Constellation is the best song by them. And, yeah, you know, it just is. It just is. Number 17 is Dunkelheit by Persum. This is probably the first black metal song I ever heard. Yeah. So it got me into the genre as a whole, which is now my favourite genre. Well, maybe favourite with death metal, but yeah. This is kind of a relaxing, kind of swayy, kind of like Meshuggah I was talking about, like Bleed. It's kind of trancey nature of the song. And I was like, why don't people like this? Sure, the vocals are a bit harsh and the production's a bit muddy, but it's just captivating. Captivating, it's interesting, and the sway of it, the mood of it, it's awesome. Very, very trancey, just like I said. Great for drifting off, and that's what I like. So I'll always like this song, because it got me into my favourite genre. Number 16, Eaten! Eaten by Bloodbath. Holy shit, the most fun death metal song of all time. I mean, you got to sing that chorus. You just got to sing that goddamn chorus. Seeing this live is fun as hell. Fun as hell. You know, the lyrics are ridiculous. The riffs are fun, but the singing is the best part. The singing and the lyrics is the best part of this song. It's one of the most fun death metal songs of all time, and it has to be on my list somewhere. Just has to. Number 15 is from Monomorph, and it's Death in Fire. This is an energetic song by Monomorph. It's an underrated song, but it's one they play it quite a lot live because it's that goddamn good. From my favourite album, Versus the World. It's just got that part where it's like, Death in Fire, dun 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 dun. It doesn't even sound like that, but Death in Fire, interesting song, aggressive song. The vocals are really like intense, like proper death. It's a bit different now, it's more singy now, but back then, ooh yeah. Versus the World was an amazing album, and this is my favourite song. Number 14, something a bit more epic. Victory Songs from the album Victory Songs. Yeah, a long one. It's an epic one. It's like a journey, and it's a fun chorus. It's folky / melodic death. I mean, victory songs arising in the night, telling all of our undying strength and might. Again, sing-alongable, fun, catchy, and melodic. Everything you need with melodic death metal, with a folky twinge, that's what you get with victory songs, and it's the best. It's the goddamn best. Number 13, getting close to the home stretch now. Number 13 is from Tool, and it's The Grudge. Wear the grudge like a crown. Negativity, calculate what you will not tolerate. It's too good. It's too good. The riffs in it, I get the riffs in it. The singing in it, it's catchy. I mean, Tool, I could have put any song here. There's so many good Tool songs. Anima, 10,000 Days, I love that song. Lateralis is amazing. There's too many good ones. Too many good ones. Eulogy, or almost put Eulogy, but the Grudge is one I always sing, always gets stuck in my head, so it's always going to be on my list. Number 12 now is from Bathory, Blood, Fire, Death. Yep, an epic song. There's a lot of good epic songs by Bathory, but this one's always been my favourite. It feels like you're charging off to war with the kind of Valkyries and the kind of artwork that they have with this album. It feels like you're charging alongside them into war. And screaming Blood, Fire, Death, epic as all hell. Kind of reminds me of Victory songs, but more like evil and more epic than Victory songs. It's like a more epic version of Victory songs. And I already love that song, so yeah, it's going high. Number 11, bit different, Lord of the Rings by Blind Guardian. Yeah, this one is just fun, catchy, enjoyable, and everyone's jumping up and down if you watch the live versions, and it's nerdy, yeah, but it's fun. Yeah, it gets to that middle part of the song when everyone's like jumping up and down, hands against the crowd, moving and engaging with the song, makes it all the better. All the better. You know, they're a live band pretty much. I mean, they're amazing on albums as well, but this song specifically is a live song. And, you know, I saw them live, but they didn't play it and I was annoyed. But hopefully next time they will, because I can't wait to experience it. Because I've seen all the videos on YouTube and they're all amazing. Love this song to pieces. Almost makes the top 10. Almost. So now it is number 10. Top 10 songs of all time. Number 10 is Creeping Death by Metallica. You know, we haven't had Metallica yet. Gotta have them somewhere. And Creeping Death is easily my favourite. I love the whole Pharaoh theme, the Egyptian theme. I'm creeping death. It's a longer one. It's an amazing album. It's from my favourite album, Ride the Lightning. You know, what can I say? It's just, you all know Creeping Death. You should all love it. It's an epic for a reason, because they always play it live for a reason, because everyone loves it, and I love it. It's kind of cliche, but fuck it. Creeping Death is awesome. Number 9 is Stripped, Raped and Strangled by Cannibal Corpse. Yes! This song is the most catchy Cannibal Corpse song. Just seeing this live in like the pouring rain and darkness, it was so fun. It's so fun. And the lyrics, it's like, face down, dead on the ground, find me before another is found. Oh, it's so good. So good. This song is just, it's the epitome of like fun serial killer kind of documentaries or whatever on Netflix and stuff. It's like that in a song version through the eyes of the killer. It's awesome. Back when Barnes could actually sing, this one was a great vocal delivery, really fun lyrics, and it's one of the best songs from death metal of all goddamn time. Number 8 is an epic one by Behemoth. It is O Father, O Satan, O Son from The Satanist, my favourite album. Kind of cliche, but it's the album that got me into Behemoth, so, you know, it's my favourite. And this song sealed the deal. You know, all the other songs before that was like, holy crap, these are all sick. But then O Father, O Satan, O Son came out, and it's just like, what is this? The kind of like epic singing and the chanting part at the end when he's reading, and it just gets louder and louder to the very climax, and it's like, oh Father, oh Satan, oh Son, and it's too good. It's too good. It's almost a ballad, almost. It's not. It's really not, but it's a slower song, and they kind of do it again with like Bartzabel, which again I love, from I Loved You at the Darkest. Some people don't think it's a bit cheesy, but yeah, O Father, O Satan, O Son is not cheesy, and it's making my top 10. Number 7 is definitely not cheesy. It is Bolt Thrower with World Eater. Sorry. World Eater. That riff, and it just gets faster and faster throughout the song. It's like it's too good. This is an intense song. It's an aggressive song. It's kind of like Lashed to the Slave Stick. Sure, but intense as hell, brutal as all hell. The lyrics are amazing. It's, you know, it's Warhammer related. What more could you want? What more could you want? World Eater, one of the best songs ever made. Number 6 is The Odyssey by Symphony X. This is basically an Odyssey. You know, it's over 20 minutes long. It's about Odysseus' journey. It's got twists and turns. It kind of loops back on itself in the beginning, melodies and section happens at the end, and I love when songs do that, and this does that. It's a voyage, you know? It's a massive story, it's epic, it's got different guitar solos in, different melodies, different vocal passages. It's everything you could want on a really long song. Symphony X delivers, and it's one of the best songs of all time again. The Odyssey, underrated as hell. People love Opeth, Dream Theater. Check out Symphony X and check out the Odyssey. Number 5 is Countless Skies by Bellacore. Melodeath, which I think is prog. Everyone calls it Melodeath, and I'm like, this is 100% prog, but you know, people call it Melodeath, so I'll call it Melodeath. It is a masterpiece. The melodies on this always get stuck in my head. Always get stuck in my head. That it's infectious. It's an infectious song, and it's infected me. You know, I've got the Bellacore bug. It's too good. It's too good. Again, it's a fairly long kind of song, about 9 minutes long. Twists and turns again, not quite as fucking long and epic as the Odyssey, but I just prefer the melodies in this. It's easily one of my favourite songs of all time, so it's easily making it into the top 10. Number 4 is Antartica the Polymorphus by Ahab. This is probably a surprise, people are like, what the fuck is even this? Ahab, one of my favourite bands of all time, probably number 2. It's got amazing singing, amazing low growls, it's doomy as hell, it's funeral doom, so you know you're going to like it or not, but it has singing in as well. And it gets to the middle part where he's trapped in the Antarctic. We're trapped in the middle and he can't go back because there's icebergs, and the way further south is just perilous. There's icebergs like really high, they're like stuck, they don't know what to do, and you can hear it in the voice. Amazing storytelling within the song, amazing kind of despair in the song, beautiful as hell. One of my favourite songs of all time, so it's making it into the top 5. Number 3 is no surprise to anyone, Face of Melinda. It's my favourite Opeth song. If you've seen my Opeth Ranked video, I love it. I love the build-up of this song, and then it gets the heavy riff in the middle. It's fantastic live as well. Saw this song live on the Heritage Tour. I'm so glad they played it. So glad they played it. That riff in the middle is just too headbangy. I can't really headbang. But yeah, headbangy as hell. Love the story, love the climax. It is just... It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song with a beautiful story attached. Because the whole album's like a concept album. And this is when it starts to go... Starts to go off the rails. Starts to go mental. Bit woo. But the song, yeah, beautiful within the context of the album. And by itself is still fun as well, so... Yeah. Number 2 is Rime of the Ancient Mariner by Iron Maiden. Of course Maiden's going to make it here. Let's make it to the number 2 spot. And this song is just the definition of an epic. It's kind of like a voyage. Kind of like the Odyssey. It's got twists and turns. It's got great storytelling. Kind of like that middle part with the creaking of the boat. Like the evil albatross, you know, everything that's going on. It's beautiful. It's an amazing melodic song as well. The vocals are fantastic. It's from my favourite album, Power Slave. It's, you know, Rime of the Ancient Mariner. You know, it's the best long song Maiden's ever done. And it's always going to be my favourite. Always going to be my favourite, but it's not my favourite song of all time. So let's get to number 1. Again, before I tell you my number 1 pick, the best song ever goddamn made, let me know down below what's your favourites again. And let's get into the number 1 pick. So the number 1 pick for this was easy as hell. Very easy for me to pick my number 1 song of all time. It's always been this, from Ever Heard It. Always will be. It is Change of Seasons by Dream Theater. Always gonna be this one. It's like 25 minutes long. It's an prog opus. It kind of goes through the life cycle of this one character, and he gets older by the end. And the lyric where it's like, I sit down with my son, sad to see the crimson sunset. The part at the end, beautiful. Every guitar part by Petrucci, beautiful. I managed to see it live on the Images and Words and Beyond tour. I got to see my favourite album live, and then my favourite song straight after as an encore. And other songs as well. It was like the best day ever. Best day ever. This song is magical. It's like the Odyssey, dialed up to 11, because just it's more heartfelt than the Odyssey. That's a fun adventure. This is like, you know, hits you deep in the chest. Always going to be Change of Seasons. Before it was Octavarium. That was my favourite. But as soon as I heard Change of Seasons, easily knocks Octavarium off the top spot. Yeah, this song is perfect. It's a 10 out of 10. My favourite song of all time, and it's my top song of the list. So, that was my list. It was a long one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you find some songs here that you enjoy. Hopefully you enjoy some of them already. Let me know what you thought of my list and put your own down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.